Yeah, so a couple days off for the guys and back in the building today, watch the tape, start moving forward to getting ready for Vegas.
Dennis, Demario kind of came in here with almost like a prepared speech about handling this time. Is there something about, even though it was only 3 extra days between games, is there something about having that extra weekend that makes this kind of a reset moment from I don't know, approach or mental?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think, um, obviously the demands of an NFL season is hard physically and mentally on everybody involved. And so, for those guys to kind of get an opportunity to kind of reset just a little bit, focus a little bit more on, family and things of that nature, I think is good. And now it's time to, get back focused on football and things we have to do to get better.
You were optimistic before the weekend on the injury front of people coming back. Did you receive any good news over the weekend?
Well, I don't think I received all the, like, hey, everybody's going to be back news that I was hoping for, but I do think that there was some progress being made. We still have couple days here before we get to the beginning of the practice week, but I'm still optimistic that there'll be a few of the guys that we haven't had that have an opportunity to be back.
I'm sure you don't want to get too specific on the quarterback position, but is that something that you want to know going into Wednesday who your starter is going to be for the week?
Yeah, look, I think that's a discussion that we have with the offensive staff. We'll see where we're at. I do think Jameis is getting healthier. And so I think that's a discussion that we have to have. I think, both of those guys will have themselves ready to play and hopefully, after we get a chance to talk about it, discuss it, we'll have a good answer for what we're going to do.
Dennis, when you're looking at what you guys have done offensively, how do you balance the way you move the ball and being ranked up near the top of the NFL in total yards, but like also all the turnovers?
Yeah, that's the frustrating thing. The frustrating thing is that we have done a lot of really good things offensively, but turning the ball over, really destructs all of that. And it's been in, a few different areas. It's been at times it's been the fumbles, it's been the interceptions, the returns for touchdown. So that has to stop because it negates all the good things that you do. So you can score as many points as you want. You can move the ball how you want. But when you turn the ball over like that, it really negates everything.
On after the game on Thursday, I might be paraphrasing a little bit, but you said you thought you could start stringing some wins together. You said that either Thursday or Friday. What gives you the confidence that maybe you're seeing some of that can kind of manifest?
Well, look, the frustrating thing is some of the things that continue to pop up that keep us from winning, but yet I see in areas that we are improving, and I see in some of the statistical areas that there's improvement in this team, but yet we haven't been able to put a full 60 minutes together offensively, defensively, and in the kicking game, and I have confidence in the group of guys that are in that locker room that will get this thing turned around. So, but yet, we got to go out and do it.
Dennis, is it weird to be 2-5 and have everything in front of you right now, with only being back in condition like you this year?
Well, look, I told the team today, I've been in this position before. We were in this same position. I believe it was back in 2011 with Denver, and if I'm not mistaken, our record was 2-5 at the time, and we ended up reeling off 6 wins in a row and got our record to 8-5. Ended up making the playoffs and winning a playoff game. So, I think the 49ers were in a similar situation last year. They played in the NFC Championship game, so I know it can be done. It really just gets to us. Playing good football and playing complementary football on both sides of the ball.
When you look at the Raiders team, do you see a team like yourselves in that they're probably a lot better than the record it would indicate?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think offensively they've got some really good weapons. I think they run the ball exceptionally well. They've got a really good quarterback, got a couple of weapons to throw the ball to, so I think they do a good job, offensively. Defensively, I think they play extremely hard. I think they've got some guys up front that can get after the passer, and so yeah, I mean, I see a good football team when we get ready to play those guys.
When you look at the defense, just statistically, and I know the turnovers have something to do with that, but going into last week's game, you were allowing about 7 points a game more than the year before. Do you think there's been a considerable drop-off there? How would you categorize what you see there?
Well, I would say that I don't think we're playing as good defensively as I think we're capable of playing. I think we've got to get back to playing with the type of intensity and swagger that we've played with around here over the last 4 or 5 years. I think that ultimately starts with me and developing that mindset and keeping that mindset. So yeah, I think like I'd like to see us do a better job of stopping the run. I'd like to see us get after the quarterback more. I'd like to see us take the ball away more. I think those are all things that we've done around here that we're not doing as well as we need to. And so, look, we'll be hard at work this week to come up with a good plan that gives us an opportunity to do some of those things. Okay, guys, thanks.